Hello and thank you so much for clicking on this video. We are the Perrin family. In today's video, I'll be showing you our mealworm colony. But first, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. If you're already subscribed, then you're a part of our family. We want to thank you from the bottom of our hearts. You are so important to us and we appreciate you. Now, let's go check out our mealworms. Okay, so I keep my mealworms in this 3-drawer cart system. I have them separated into 3 drawers. Right now, it's not really about separating them according to size. I know a lot of people do that, and I will likely do that in the future as they grow and develop, but for right now, they're all relatively the same size. So there's no real need to separate them according to their size right now. I did go ahead and separate them though because I feel like if I put them in one of the drawers, then they'll be sort of cramped in there and not really have space. So I know that they don't take up a lot of space, but I have roughly about 1,000 mealworms in this drawer cart, so I wanted to separate them just so they would have a little bit of room to move around and get to their food. So taking care of mealworms is very easy. It's not complicated at all. And as you can see, they are happy in their drawer cart system. So you could even really just put them in a plastic tub as long as it had a little bit of air, as long as, you know, it had ventilation. They don't require a lot of ventilation, but of course they have to be able to breathe. So this is what they look like. You can see a lot of cardboard in there, and of course their bedding, which is just oats and wheat bran. And then I have some potato slices in there for moisture because they don't drink water like other animals. They simply suck the moisture out of vegetables or fruits. You want something that's not going to get moldy right away though, so potatoes are a great choice because of that. Otherwise, you would have to touch them more often and change out their bedding. So yeah, that's an idea of what they look like. So they really come from the darkling beetles. This is just the larva stage. So yeah, there's one right there. You can see that really good. There's another one crawling there. So yeah, they come from the darkling beetle. And basically when they're in the larva state, they look like that. They can be just slightly bigger than that. They get up to about 3/4 of an inch or 1 inch, and then they morph into the darkling beetle. And then from there, they begin to lay eggs and start all over. So I have some that are a little smaller that are close to about 1/2 inch, but most of my mealworms are about 3/4 inches right now. So I expect that in the next month or so, they will probably be changing into the darkling beetles and start the process all over again. So why do I have mealworms? You may be wondering why. Why does she have mealworms? My chickens love to eat mealworms, and so I'm growing my own mealworms instead of buying the dried mealworms for them. I'm still giving them the starter feed or grower feed because they are still growing. They still need a lot of nutrients and vitamins, and they do at any stage of life. but the mealworms are a great treat for them or an addition to their diet because they provide calcium as well as protein for the chickens. So some people grow mealworms for their chickens, some people do it for their reptiles, and some humans like to eat mealworms themselves. I do not. I will not be eating these. I'm just going to be giving them to my chickens, but I thought that it would be a great little experiment or project for the kids and me for our homeschool. We're constantly looking for new ideas to add to our homeschool, different projects and things like that that they can do. And so I thought that this would be a great addition to our homeschool as well as to our little farm. But yeah, mealworms are very easy to take care of. They just need some wheat bran and oatmeal for their bedding and their main source of food. And then they need slices of vegetables or fruits for their water source. I have mixed the oatmeal and wheat bran for their bedding. Some people just use wheat bran, and that's okay too. Some people suggest that maybe the smaller mealworms and the beetles can't really eat the oatmeal very good, but I don't know if you noticed, whenever I showed you the mealworms, I actually ground the oatmeal up for the most part. There are some chunks in there, but mostly it's ground oatmeal. So I did that in hopes that they would be able to consume it a little easier. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to give us a big thumbs up, share, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and leave us a comment down below after the premiere is over to let us know that you were here. Bye-bye.